The 5 worst things people do during a house fire that could get you killed. Let's jump right into it. Because when your living room turns into a barbecue pit, your brain doesn't go, let's analyze this rationally. No, it goes full monkey mode. And that's when the worst decisions get made. Today, we're counting down 5 common things people do during a fire that make things 10 times worse. And you've probably heard all of them as good advice. Number 5. Running into the hallway. Big mistake. If a fire breaks out in your apartment, what's your first instinct? That's right, dash straight into the hallway. Escape, right? Except in reality, that might be the quickest suicide move you'll ever make. Modern apartment hallways are designed like giant chimneys. When flames erupt, smoke doesn't politely look for windows. It hunts for the narrowest, longest space to rise through. That's the hallway you're sprinting into, full speed, thinking you're clever. One breath and you won't die from the fire. You'll die from the smoke. Carbon monoxide and hydrogen cyanide, a deadly cocktail you never want in your lungs. People say, the faster you move, the better your chance. But in a house fire, the faster you go the wrong way, the faster you die. If you open the door and see thick smoke swirling like a horror movie set, don't try to run through the clouds. Shut the door immediately, seal the gaps with wet towels, and move toward the balcony or a window, somewhere with real air. At that point, it's not about speed, it's about direction. Many people don't die because they were too slow. They die because they ran exactly how they were wrongly taught. Human survival instinct has one fatal flaw. It doesn't update. It still thinks hallways mean safety, even though smoke always gets there first. Remember this. In a fire, smoke kills fast. Flames just arrive to confirm it's too late. If a door feels hot, don't open it. That door isn't an exit. It's a wall of heat waiting for you to be stupid enough to touch it. Stay put. Seal yourself in. Shout for help, so rescuers can find you. It might sound passive, but sometimes not moving is the smartest way to stay alive. Basically, your nervous system is yelling, "Run!" But physics is whispering, "If you do, you'll roast." You already know who's right. Number 4. Pouring water everywhere. Congratulations, you just made it worse. When people see fire, almost everyone has the same first instinct. Find water, grab a bucket, a bowl, a bottle, and start splashing like you're performing an exorcism. But here's a tiny problem, actually a massive one. Not every fire likes water. Some types of household fires, like electrical fires or grease fires, don't go out when you throw water on them. They explode in anger, like someone being wrongly accused. Picture this. You're frying fish, oil is sizzling everywhere, and in panic, you throw a cup of water into the pan. Boom! A mini oil bomb goes off right on your stove, spraying thousands of flaming oil droplets at nearly 800 degrees, 1,462 degrees across your kitchen like fiery rain. Congratulations! You've just turned your kitchen into a small-scale version of the sun. And if it's an electrical fire, water conducts electricity, meaning you've just volunteered to play the role of a live wire. Water is only useful when the fire doesn't involve oil or electricity, and you know exactly where the heat source is. Otherwise, the only thing you're really pouring is your chance of survival. Instead of rushing for water, cut the power first, if it's safe to do so. Then, for small fires, like curtains or rugs, cover them with a wet towel, or smother the flames with baking soda, salt, or a pot lid. Cut off the oxygen, because fire can't live if it can't breathe. Sounds simple, right? But human psychology in panic mode hates thinking. Your brain screams, "Do something," because it hates feeling slow. The fire, however, doesn't care. It only needs a 1-second hesitation to consume your entire kitchen. The problem is, acting fast without understanding physics is like pouring gasoline on stupidity. If you only remember one thing, let it be this. Not every fire can be killed with water, and not every fire is worth risking your life for. Because in many cases, when you think you're saving your home is actually looking back at you thinking, "Oh great, they're helping me burn prettier." Number 3. Hiding in the bathroom. The illusion of safety. Sounds reasonable, right? The bathroom has tiled walls, water, and a door, like a tiny bunker in the middle of a fiery nightmare. Bad news, it's actually one of the most dangerous places to hide during a fire. Why? Because bathrooms are built to be airtight, to keep air in, not let it escape. And in a fire, that means you've just locked yourself inside a toxic steam chamber. Smoke and heat sneak in through the tiniest gaps, vents, drain pipes, door cracks. You're not safe in there, you're just being slow cooked. And that water in the sink or toilet, it's not nearly enough to save you, and you're not a goldfish that can dive in to survive. Many people have died hiding in bathrooms, fooled by the cool touch of ceramic tiles. That chill tricks your brain into thinking the space is safe. But when the indoor temperature hits 200 to 300 degrees C, 400 to 570 degrees, no tile in the world can stop the heat. The air turns thick and suffocating, and one deep breath can knock you out instantly. So, what if the fire blocks every exit? There's still hope. Choose a room with a window that opens. Seal the door with wet towels or blankets, then signal for help. Use a flashlight, wave a shirt, bang on metal frames. Make noise. Rescuers can't save you if they don't know where you are. While waiting, stay low. Smoke and toxic gases always rise first. Panic makes you search for places that feel safe. And that's the trap. Your brain wasn't built to handle fire. It was built to handle lions, snakes, and things that move on legs, not something that spreads through air. So in a fire, don't trust the coolness of tiles. Trust the flow of air. To put it bluntly, if you hide in the bathroom during a fire, you've just turned a steam room into a cremation chamber. Because in there, the steam doesn't clean you. It cooks you evenly. Number 2. Jumping from the balcony. Action movies lied to you. When flames rise and smoke floods the room, your brain screams one word: jump! Unfortunately, that's one of the worst ideas human fear has ever invented. In movies, people leap off buildings, roll twice, and walk away like superheroes. In real life, if you jump from the 3rd floor or higher, your chances of surviving without breaking a bone are basically 0. Here's the brutal truth. Many people don't die from fire. They die from what they do before the fire reaches them. That overwhelming urge to get out right now is a primal reflex, a leftover command from the reptilian part of your brain, the ancient bit that kept our ancestors from being eaten. The problem is, that part of your brain has no idea what gravity is. It just wants to flee danger, even if the ground below is waiting to smash you into modern art. If the fire has surrounded you, go to the balcony or window, but don't jump. Stay low, cover your nose with a wet cloth, and signal for help. If you can, tie together blankets, curtains, or clothes to make a rope, but only use it if you're certain the floor below is close. Because when that rope tears or a knot slips, you'll fall faster than a firefighter's promise to be right there. Here's what most people don't realize. In thick smoke, time distorts. 10 seconds feels like 10 minutes. You think you're about to die, while the rescue team might be just 2 floors away. In that moment, calm is a superpower. No one can outrun fire, but anyone can outlast it, if they pause to breathe and think. And if you still decide to jump, remember this: the ground isn't soft like in the movies. There's no giant mattress waiting, no heroic music, just bones breaking and ambulance sirens. Fire burns your body, but fear burns your reason first. So if one day your neighbor yells, "Jump," shout back, "No thanks. I'm waiting for my intelligence to come back." Trust me, that'll be the smartest thing you'll ever say. Number 1. Taking a deep breath and charging through smoke. The action movie version of instant knockout. Take a deep breath, crouch low, and dash through the smoke like a superhero cutting through the clouds. Sounds cinematic, right? In reality, that's the fastest way to turn your lungs into toxic filters. Taking a deep breath during a fire is like flinging your lungs wide open and yelling, "Come on in! Poison gas! Party's on me!" And that smoke isn't some dreamy mist from a music video. It's a toxic cocktail of carbon monoxide, burning plastic, paint fumes, and chemicals that can knock you unconscious in under 30 seconds. Smoke in a burning building behaves like a predator. It doesn't chase you. It waits for you to breathe. The deeper you inhale, the faster you faint. And once you're unconscious, you fall down. Once you're down, you're done. Fire doesn't kill quickly. It waits for you to stop moving. So instead of taking a deep breath, hold it briefly. Breathe lightly through a wet cloth and stay low. Toxic air rises first, while the cooler, cleaner air stays near the floor. That's why firefighters crawl. Not for dramatic effect, but because the floor is literally where the last bits of oxygen live. Another thing, don't open windows on the windward side. If you open the wrong one, you'll feed the fire with fresh oxygen, basically turning your apartment into a pizza oven. Sometimes trying to get more air is just sending an invite to the flames. If you need ventilation, open a small gap on the opposite side of the fire, and only a little, not wide open. The irony is, all these dangerous instincts, running into the hallway, splashing water, hiding in the bathroom, jumping off balconies, or taking a deep breath to sprint through smoke, they all come from good intentions. Humans hate feeling helpless, so when fear hits, the brain insists on doing something, even if that something is dangerously stupid. But survival doesn't always come from movement. It comes from understanding. If you remember only one thing from this video, make it this. In a fire, the calm one isn't the slow one. They're the one who lives. So learn to think slow when everything's hot. Breathe less, look carefully, and don't trust instincts that never took a physics class. Fire doesn't kill as fast as panic does, and firefighters don't need you to be clever. They just need you not to be dumb. That's it for today. I'll be making more videos like this soon. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one.